Hey everyone, it's VM Campos Magic Fan. How are you all doing? I'm just checking my settings to make sure everything's working fine. Making sure that the chat system is working, that my volume is good, my visuals, my stream settings. What does that say? 15%? Okay, looks pretty good. And then I'm just confirming that the system over here for me to see all of your chat messages is good. Actually, the screen is too big or something, but I think we'll be able to manage. So I'm just gonna make a little change on one more thing. I've got too many things visible at the same time, but thanks everyone for coming to hang out. How has your week been so far? Now that we're in the year 2020, we're in the far-flung future of the year 2020. So what we're going to do is we've got a lot of options of what we're going to play. We're probably going to do a lot of things at once. What's available to us is we've got the historic challenge. I think I'm going to do that. Planeswalker Momir, I'm not interested in that at all. I think did we still have some Dominaria draft? Let's see, traditional, ranked, there we go, ranked draft, ranked draft Dominaria. Last week I did pretty well in that, so maybe I'll try that again. We've also got Brawler Days, historic challenge, regular standard. I haven't played this one in a long time. Standard event, traditional standard, and I've been just kind of playing a lot with this like really janky cat deck. So what I'm gonna do is play that a little bit in order to kind of like get into the spirit of things. I'm gonna play this janky cat deck for a moment, just to check that all the settings are good, that everyone's coming to say hi and hello and such, and then I'll start like the real events when everyone is here. So I'm also going to ask from the big book of questions, this sort of like journal question thing. I'm going to ask some questions from there and some other stuff, fun stuff perhaps. Okay, so this is my perfect opening hand and I go first, so okay. This is a variation of the Cat Oven deck, but it's not extremely competitive. It's very annoying, but it's not extremely competitive. It's like I love to do decks that have a lot of stipulations and themes and tribes and such. So I've got this black and white cat deck right here. Honestly, the Charm Stray plus a Johnny's Pride Mate are top. Yes. Hey there, Chance. How are you doing? So that's what's in this deck, actually. I've got Charms. Do I have Charm Stray? Maybe not, actually. But yeah, Charmed Stray and a Johnny's Pride Mate are amazing. But this is pretty cool here too, because Cauldron Familiar, as soon as you summon it, you gain life. So that helps the... Okay, and then there's a super annoying trick right here that at the end of their turn, I sack the cat, bake it into a pie, and then resurrect it. So the cat food deck... And there we go, I'm already hitting them annoyingly. Then, here's the other trick of this. The Mace of the Valiant... Oh, and then I also swing in with the cat like that. So the Mace of the Valiant is pretty amazing. It gets a +1 counter every time a creature enters the battlefield, my creature. And then I can attach it. Yeah, watch this. Watch this combo. Let's see how fast they concede here, because this is just so annoying. Not only am I bringing this back to life and pinging them very slowly, but then when it comes back onto the battlefield, look at that. The Mace gets stronger. Whoa. And then I attach the Mace to the cat, and that happens to be a 2/2 cat. Rinse and repeat until that. Calling Familiar is really good, especially for one. Hey there, Stevie. Yeah, for 1 mana, it's like these costs are incredible. So right here, they're gonna try to kill it, but no, I'm gonna sacrifice it. That means their adventure is going to fizzle, so they're not gonna be able to recast that rider. It didn't go on the adventure. There was an invalid target. Check it out. It comes back. That Mace is getting bigger. Oh, I got another cat. Okay, so attach that. Bring out another cat. That cat's a 3/3. Cat friend. Another cat came in. That's a 4/4. Hilarious. Again, if they even if they try to board wipe, or they try to Teferi, I can sack the cat, bring it back to life. See, they're gonna try to get it again. They're gonna try to treason it. Nope. I'll just kill it. I mean, bake it. They don't get to attack with anything. I bring it back to life. I got double the food because it now was big. There's the pride mate. Wait. I didn't cast it right. I needed to have attached the mace, but that's fine. Because I'll sack a cat, and that'll make the pride mate big. This is Fires of Invention deck, probably, so they're gonna cast their fires or concede. Yep, pretty good there. If I get the combos. Now, I do have to get paranoid and say, this deck can work, and I've been playing it a lot, but like, the longer you play, this is me being paranoid, the longer you play Arena, the worse the algorithm is. Because last night I was playing for hours, literally, and this deck was like winning and winning, and then at a certain point, just less and less. I was getting no lands opening hand. I was getting all lands opening hand. I was getting never any lands as the game was progressing. It's just been extremely weird. Eventually, how the algorithm goes bonkers. So this was the first game I played so far on stream, and it went exactly perfectly. So I don't want to jinx it, but let's see what further happens. Again, I know it's a game of variance and all of that, but I swear, I played for hours and it just like, it didn't work. Okay, so here, I don't have the oven, and I don't have the cat. I have Dread Malkin, which is the other cat. I've got some removal. I didn't see any creatures on their side, so I don't think the Prison Realm is helpful at all. So let's mulligan and see if we get a better thing here. Okay, so I got another Dread Malkin. I got the Pride Mate, Prison Realm, and Epic Downfall. They don't have any creatures. Well, probably when they get their fires out, those will matter, so... Okay, let's keep that and throw back... Prison Realm. I can play Dread Malkin. There's the oven. I don't really need the oven just yet because the oven works with the other cat. But Dread Malkin is cool because it's a 1/1 menace that then gets bigger and bigger. Actually, let me take out the oven now as a little bit of insurance. So yeah, they're probably doing a Fires deck because they're putting out all of the colors. And Ancestry, that's kind of cool. Let's bring that one out first. Makes all cats bigger. So the problem I've seen with the deck is when the pieces do not come together, it really falls apart. The pieces are not coming together so far for me. But let's see what happens. They can Murderous Rider. Okay, they're going to destroy my... See? The oven is so good, they want to wreck the oven instead of the creature. So, fine. I'll create a food because that'll be helpful later. There's a mace. Next turn, they'll probably play their fires, then they'll play their Nicol Bolas. Oh, they're going that route. Okay. So, I'm starting to get to the point where I'm done with all of my lands. I don't need any more lands. That's a 4/4. I don't have the oven anymore. Hey, how's everyone doing? Oh, there, Gates Ablaze. I haven't seen that in a while. Hey there, you put me on the big screen. Totally appreciate it. Yeah, like right here. What am I gonna do here? Planeswalker and opponent controls. Yeah, so this is the part of the... So I was about to get 3 lands in a row, and I have 22 lands in this deck. So this is a part where now we will see if this deck falls apart because the pieces are not here. But when the pieces come together, and they have a huge amount of mana, what are they going to do with all that mana? And I got an Epic Downfall again, like... They are a creatureless deck, and yet here's my creature removal. The deck is 22 lands, and here's my Mana Flood. I am trying to get a creature here, and we got Pridemate, Dreadmalkin, either or. They're both going to get wrecked by the opponent, and there's a land, okay. So I'm going to try to summon this, but it's not going to survive. And try to make that into a... if they have another Gates Ablaze, it's going to be dead as well. Or actually, they're going to Active Treason it, probably. Or Murderous Ride it. And okay. They chose to destroy that mace. I have 3 more in theory, if the algorithm gives it to me. There's Gates Ablaze. And they can do their scry. No, they can't do the scry. They can do that one of +1 their creatures, but they don't know how their deck works. Prison Realm right here. Amazing. So they have 1 card in hand. They have the draw card land or the scry land. And then, okay, let's see, what can I pull here? Nothing, so nothing was going to come. Everyone at the game store is watching. Hello, 250 people. Thank you so much for visiting. I'll try to be entertaining. We're playing a deck that is now mana flooding. This is my janky black and white cat deck. It's got a Johnny's Pridemate. It's got the Cauldron Familiar, Dreadmalkin. Maybe I'll put in the Charmed Stray. But a moment ago, Chance, you saw that the deck was totally wrecking, and now it's kind of totally getting weird. Let's see, what are we going to pull here? Nothing again. Now, again, am I being paranoid? Is this the normal amount of variance? And there's a land. This is exactly what was happening yesterday for hours. That, like, I got 1 good game and there's nothing again. Look at that. 6 cards deep. I just did. No, that's like 9 cards deep that I've done with my artifact, and there was going to be nothing in my draws. Well, I guess no, because it shuffles, right? Okay, let's keep going. They have 1 card in hand. I think, like, for them, something is weird happening as well. Like what's their end game? They've got plenty of mana to do something, but do they just have removal? What is going on? How's everyone doing at the Calico Keep at this moment? Anyone having a good drink? Can you have a drink in there? Okay, make another 1/1. And we get a Dreadmalkin. Not exactly what I want, but got a creature which has Menace, but they're going to create another human. That'll scry them. They're probably going to scry. Okay, they want to make some defenses. They won't attack. We will do the search for a creature. There's a familiar. If I get an oven, that's not an oven. Okay, but I'm going to be able to put out some creatures. Okay, I'll do this. Oops, what are they going to do there? Well, they can +1 everything, so watch this. I'm going to summon the Dreadmalkin. So I have a little sacrificial cat. I'm going to attack with the Dreadmalkin, which requires that can become a 4/4. But if they +1 that, those will become a 4/4. I hate to waste a Prison Realm on a lowly 1/1, but it'll be fine. Because I don't think they're playing any other creatures, right? And then I'll be able to scry for something good. Come on, oven. If I get my oven, I'll be in business. I've got 4 of them in the deck. There it is. Okay, so next turn is the oven. And I guess I'm fine attacking. Because... okay, what I can do is I can sacrifice the familiar and then bring it back with the food eventually. Yeah, so they're going to do +1 to everything. Fine. Card games, hope y'all having a good day. Yep. So I'm fine that they want to double block that. I'll sacrifice this cat so I get it in the graveyard so I can start to recur it. Yeah, it'll still kill it, that's fine. It'll be in the graveyard at least, and then I'll start this recursion with the oven in just a moment. Archon can't attack you unless you pay 1. Okay, that won't be so bad. So they were holding on to that Archon, and it's got Riot. Okay, well, I'll be able to Epic Downfall it or whatever, so I'm not worried. What else does it do? Nothing. You just need to pay for that. Okay, let's see if we can get this ball rolling now. We are going to sack the food, bring back the cat. Damage them for 1. We have a 2/2 that can attack if I pay 1. If I attack with the other cat, I just need to pay again. If you're having an awesome time, it's live better with the stream. Thanks so much. In a moment, it'll be really cool to get people's answers to the question and answer book. Remember, we started this tradition last week. It's a tradition from a whole week ago. Okay, so they're tapped out. So here's what we will do. Maybe even as soon as they see this oven, they'll be like, peace out. Actually, here's how they'll be peace out. We'll say goodbye to that Archon. And then we'll say oven. And then we'll say attack. And pass. They better top deck something good. Gatebreaker Ram, not worried about that, even though it's going to be like a 12/12. That's fine. Oh, they're going to give it haste, which, okay, yeah, I guess I'll take 10. Oh, okay, well, there we go. That's a good game. I don't have any blockers. Actually, wait a minute. I do have a blocker. Yes, I do have a blocker. No, but it's trample. Yeah, so this is game over. They will attack with double 10s. And even if I bring back... well, maybe it might not be game over. Let's see if we can survive, because I'm going to get back a little bit of life right here. Just a little bit of life, and then I'll have a blocker. It's going to hit me for 20, but I'm going to absorb 2, and they tapped out their land. Yeah, so they're going to attack with everything. I think I'll barely be able to survive. 2 life. Okay, there we go. Survived 1 more turn. Okay, let's see what other creature we would get. Another Cauldron, sure. Okay, and then we're saved with a Epic Downfall. Prison Realm. The mace won't even matter anymore. I'll bring in that cat. Attack with this cat. And then I'll just wait unless they see if they don't top deck a... well, they're going to get a creature, probably. You're trying to get more viewers. So, oops, that's a 3/4 flyer. That's game over then. I guess I'm going to survive. No, I'm not going to survive because then they're going to +1 with their land. Yeah, they're going to +1 with their land. Okay, I don't think we're going to make it, but let's just give it a shot. I think I'm going to survive with like 1 life, maybe? I'm bad at math. So, yeah, I'm not going to make it because then when this comes back, I'm at exactly 4. So this was a grind, but we're on to the 3rd match, and that's GG. No more responses. Okay, well, let's go to the 3rd game. And let's see if we get the perfect combo. Because actually what I'm not going... Okay, I'm not going to need this Heart Piercer bow. That's not doing enough. Again, this is not like a... this is not a tier deck. This is a fun jank deck. But let's look at it really fast. Cauldron Familiar. Plus Witch's Oven. Oh, there they go. Okay. I'll take that. They're like, I don't want to live through that again. I forgot to check the time limit that we had up there, but yeah, cat jank. When it works, it works. Cool. So we'll play some more games in just a moment. Let's switch over to the amazing cam so that we can do a Q&A. Remember, I picked up this question and answer journal sort of thing. We'll put out some topics to the viewers if you want to answer. Let's see, last week was... What day was it last week? Last week when we streamed it was the 4th, so we have some days from the 5th and forward. Here's just some topics. I won't read them all right now, but here's one particular topic to think about in the new year. Card game players in the store joining, yeah. Okay, so here's the January 5th question. What... Oh, didn't I answer this or ask this? What was the last restaurant you went to? So if everyone in the chat wants to answer that, best answer that makes me laugh will be the winner. But it's got to be a truthful answer, of course. Last restaurant, where did I eat last? I've been cooking a lot of stuff at home, so saving some money there. I don't remember. I guess, do you count Chipotle? I ate at Chipotle. That's a fast food place. So I think that's it for me, but no real restaurant, no high-class place at the moment. What about you in the chat there? What was the last restaurant you ate at? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. You're at the school cafeteria, if that counts. Yeah, that counts. They served you food, or you got food from an establishment that you didn't make yourself, so we'll count that. So here's what I'm thinking of doing. We've got the historic challenge going on, which in theory could be very competitive, and it's also very expensive, but I have the money for it, and I'm thinking of playing. The remember that blue deck that I used to do very good at back before rotation? It'll probably still be good after rotation. So, what does everyone in the game store think? Will I embarrass myself too much by attempting the historic challenge, the ultra competitive Q? Now I have made it up to Diamond 3. But do I want to be live internationally? What does everyone say? Should I do it live right now in front of everyone and try to ascend the historic challenge? The deck that I would use was the last meta's mono blue deck, which was very powerful. It got me up to platinum and diamond and such. So 4 Curious Obsessions, 4 Dive Downs, 4 Terramanders, 4 Siren Storm Tamers, 4 Spell Pierces, 4 Blinks of an Eye, 4 Essence Capture, 4 Merfolk Trickster, 4 Tempest Gins, 4 Wizard's Retort, and 20 Islands. Sideboard, what was in here again? To deal with green or red, Aether Gust. To deal with red, Cerulean Drake, Tail's End to deal with Planeswalkers, Entrancing Melody to steal their stuff. So okay, let's give it a shot. It's gonna be best of 3. 3 losses. Let's go for it. So we'll pick the... we'll pick that mono blue. Where'd it go? There we go. So let's go. Okay, let's see what we're gonna see. Are we gonna see here? Is Oko? Oko's banned in every format, right? Let's go. Okay, King Aeol is the first opponent. Draw first. Okay, I gotta remember how to pilot this deck. Okay, so this is not amazing. I don't have any good turn 1 play. I don't have a creature to attach the obsession to. And then I have to wait until my 3rd turn to be able to retort stuff. So, in theory, this deck has stuff to do like this. This is what I want. Okay, so we'll toss back an Essence Capture. Play a turn 1 Island, turn 1 Storm Tamer, turn 2, probably a turn 2 Obsession. Let's see if they have anything to kill that right away. Nope, tapped. Good. At the very least, I could be getting a Thought Erasure next turn. I'm fine with getting Thought Erasure because I'll have an extra card from here. Draw that. Got a land. Play a Terramander. Okay, so who says I'm going to get a Thought Erasure next? Thought Erasure, exactly. They're going to take out the Wizard's Retort. So then I still have my Tamer that has the Obsession, so that might get me another counterspell. That's not a counterspell. Let's see if we get another counterspell here. If not, and that's a land. Okay, so let's see if they Thought Erasure again or do a board wipe. Or try to go with a creature that they didn't read the Essence Capture. Now in Historic, we're also going to have to deal with Settle the Wreckage. They're targeting it, so that's dead. They're bouncing it back. That's fine. So we're going to lose that. Ooh, we get that. Okay. Let's put it on this one. LOL. And that's a land. Okay, well, let's bluff that we have something, because we didn't play a land. Kaya, okay, well. So they're going to have enough for a... Let's wait for one more land to be able to protect that Djinn, because I could sack the Storm Tamer to protect the Djinn. And here they have their white, blue, black. They might... There's a Teferi. Haven't seen him in a while. Have to read, what does that one do again? Draw a card, put target... Okay, so that's the one that doesn't shut down. Oh yeah, it untapped two things. Well, that's fine there. Okay, well, we need to eventually take care of Teferi, but let's draw another card off of that. That's another land. I tell you, this is 20. This is 20 lands, and here they all are. So Teferi returns things. They'll probably return... When I see that much white mana, there, you know there's going to be a Settle the Wreckage, right?
You know what? I'm not done yet.
They might cast that Brazen Borrower and a Thought Erasure. That's fine. They still have 4 mana to settle the wreckage. They could flash summon in their borrower. This one matters when it's at 8. So come on, King Ale. That's another Kaya. It's gonna die anyway, so I'll sack it itself. That way they won't gain the life. On tap 2, that probably don't matter. Then I have a counter. So, okay, well, this is game over for me. I'm getting nothing. They have a Planeswalker. I'll probably... Yep, whatever on that. I'll probably have to concede next turn. They have way too much card advantage. They have a Planeswalker. They have all their lands. And... you have to know when to hold them and when to fold them. Warden, I haven't seen that in a while. Create a 4/4. Interesting. Well, I guess if you can pay 2 more, you can have it. And there we are. We're at the end. That's a land. Okay, let's go to the next match. They have the card advantage, they have the Planeswalker, they have too much, and I can't deal with that. So, Tail's End is going to be great against their Planeswalker. And, nothing else matters there. So, we'll throw back... these Djinns just to be able to play a little faster. So it's just going to be about getting counter spells. You know, I have the counter spells to answer everything that they have. I have Tail's End, which will stop their Planeswalker activation. It's just going to be about drawing those cards, you know? There's 4 of each, so the chances of getting the cards that I need, in theory, should be good. But let's see what the variance gods have to say about it. Okay, draw first. Spell pierces. Very limited. Tail's End. Bounce back a non-land permanent. There's nothing going on valuable in this right here. Let's give it a shot. So, if... at least I get to go first. So, if they try to do that Thought Erasure, I got the Spell Pierce. Not getting any creatures. Here comes a Thought Erasure. There we go. See, that's the thing about, like, how can there be that much? They didn't mulligan, and then they got there, and then there's another counterspell, but they got their necessary Unmoored Ego. Nope. Spell Pierce. I'm getting all the counter spells, but eventually these are not going to be that useful. I'm gonna run out of cards before them, I'm sure. So what I could do is, if they try to summon Teferi, I could blink it with the 4 mana to draw a card. Or I could just counter it. Okay, so that's the question right there. If I Spell Pierce it, it's dead. But if I let it go through and then blink at 4, I get a card off of it, but they get a card off of it too. Let's just say nay to Teferi. And a land. Let's pet the little wolf. Whoops, he doesn't like me. And they're gonna stop there, and I got nothing again. So maybe they'll try to do that Sphinx, and I'll let the Sphinx happen. Oh, they're gonna go get something, and I can't counter that. Okay, so they're gonna go get something, and I'll be able to see it. Are they gonna get their other Teferi? They got a Thought Distortion, which is what? Look at this spell cannot be countered. Target opponent reveals their hand, exile all non-creature, non-lands from their hand and graveyard. So that's gonna wipe out my hand. So, yep, that's game over. That's game over. They're going to go to their turn. All my hand is full of non-land, non-creature, non-lands. So, GG. So I just didn't have, I've got plenty of counter spells, but they just didn't happen at the last time. So, okay. Moving on to the next one. Actually, let's cleanse the palate a little bit by asking the next question here on our question book. So this is the January 6th question. Ooh, this one's kind of personal, and you can answer it, of course, but self-reflection is good. Today was tough because... and then ... I guess the part that I'll answer myself is I had to deal with work stuff. So that's something that I wrote here, and I thought on that day was a kind of a tough day because of work stuff. And, we all have ups and downs, and I think if you've got mostly the ups, you're living it right, you're living life right, and that's what we all strive for. So remember to reach out to your support group and use them to stay on the right track. So, yep, today was tough because XYZ. Any thoughts on that? Good people of the chat? Now, that one, of course, was from the 6th, but it could count for today or yesterday and so forth. So I've been enjoying this little journal thing. I thought I was at Target and I was a little down. And I was kind of browsing Target, and I saw this, and it kind of maybe was just inspirational. Like, hey, this is on the shelf, and it's like it's going to ask you questions and think about your life and stuff, and then write them down. And there's enough pages here to be able to fill it out for multiple years. Okay, so right here, spell pierce only pierces non-creatures, right? Okay, so clearly there. They have a burn spell. We'll wait one more. Yep, because it's pausing for them, so they have a burn spell. Okay, so there's my counter spell. We'll just have to do a little bit of waiting here. 4 mana, Questing Beast. Territorial Allosaur, close enough. That's a Merfolk Wizard, but I don't have enough to do 2 things at once, so let's just get rid of that. They're tapped out here, so they good gamed me, so they know that they're in for a counterspell heaven, so they're like, I don't even want to play you. Okay, so I missed a land drop, and I think here, if we put out the Terramander, that's fine for it to be a target, and then I still have 2 spell pierces for them to pay non-creature spell. I could still blink it, so let's try that. Monstrosaur. Yeah, that'll be fine. because instead of actually blinking it, let me just tap it out and then blink it next time. And then right here, ooh, then I have the essence capture. So let me just put a stop right there. Yep, take the action to grab a card. Ooh, another obsession. I want to use it, but not yet. Okay, so check it out right here. Totally annoying. On their turn, during their upkeep, whoops, let's send that back. Actually, no, because they'll just haste it in. Never mind. Okay, yeah, go ahead. I forgot that it had haste. But anyway, they're going to... Oops, they're about to Savage Stomp, and I don't have enough to fully protect it, but I have another Curious Obsession, so okay, that's fine. And that becomes a scary 6/4. And then they're going to want to attack, but instead we'll toss it back. There we go. Well, so Curious Obsession was stymied. Let's see what we can do here. Paradise Druid, who cares? Maybe they're going towards a Galta or a Carnage Tyrant. Make them all into mana dorks. Yeah, they're probably going to do a Galta very soon, so I'm going to hold on to that essence capture. So let's put and no more lands. Okay, let's put the Obsession up on the flyer. They're not going to block with their Druid. They're going to block with the Druid. That's fine. They don't need the mana. Okay, that gets me a card. Yes. There's a land. Got one essence capture. They have a lot of mana. Come on, try to summon Galta. Okay, never mind. Maybe they're just trying to bait it out. They have one card in hand. Okay, there's a blink. Perfect. So, get double cards. This will be lethal next turn if they can't take care of it. Draw two. Play a land. Okay, so... Okay, we're good. So, they're about to get a huge boost right here. And then they're going to move to combat, maybe. Ooh, that's unblockable. Uncounterable, I mean. That's fine. That'll give itself haste, which is fine. So I will blink that one. 5 plus 3 is 8. And that's it. Okay. Okay, gotta watch out. This deck has the freaking Shifting Ceratops. I cannot handle that at all, especially if they bring it out in the early game. So, let's see if that doesn't come out. Now, the only way to deal with that Ceratops actually is to Aether Gust it. Choose target spell or permanent that's red or green. So this will it get it? Because it's got protection, but protection only counts when the spell has been cast, right? I'm going to put it in there. So the Aether Gust, the protection from red. They've got some red creatures. So I need to pare things down. 68. Spell Pierce probably won't be any use. They have a good amount of mana ramp, so paying 2 more for a non-creature spell. They seem to be focusing on creatures, although they could be sideboarding to less creatures. Blink really helped. This Drake will help against their red creatures, but when they have Trample, it's not amazing. Essence Capture, keep it of course. Trick it, of course. Tempest Chin, that helped me win the game, of course. Retort, Obsession, Dive Down. Dive Down hasn't been useful at all yet. Yeah, I'm going to take out those dives. Let's see how we go with round 2. Engel Tom, 29, is the opponent. They played valiantly. Hopefully I still get some good luck here. Okay, this is good. It'll blink something. I can protect from red, Trickster. They go first. They'll probably get their mana ramp out pretty fast. Okay, turn 1. Let's see if they're not able to get their Ceratops out on ramp, because that will be very bad. And then they have white. Okay, that's fine. Let's just put some pressure here. They obviously want to keep that. They are not gonna block. Okay, let's see. Cross fingers, no Ceratops next turn. They have enough for it. Regisaur Alpha. Okay, that's close enough. I can quote counterspell it, however. Okay, so that'll waste them a turn. Next turn, that doesn't have any. Then, okay, other dinosaurs. So 1/3/3 will have haste. I'm fine taking 3 damage because then I can blink stuff. So let's put out a 4/4. They're gonna do the Regisaur, which will be a 3/3 with haste, but I've got a 4/4, so that taps them out. Not smart. Okay, fine. Let's toss back to the Alpha. Just gonna head home. Hopefully you are when I'm there. I think yes. What time is it? Probably still be going. So thanks for being at the shop and putting me on the big screen. That's amazing. I'm famous now. Thanks. I'm international. And let's see if we can still get this going on. So that's 5 damage in the air. Let's see if they try to summon that Regisaur again. I'll just toss it back to the top. That'll tap them out. Okay, yep, they're gonna try to do that again. Let's toss that back. And then they're like, I'm done. Okay. Yeah, so this one worked better. Good. It's all about the matchups, definitely, and then the draws. You know, Captain Obvious. But that worked well. So, I love that card. What's the rewards here again? What happens? Historic. What am I trying to win here anyway? Let me just check again. What is this? Thank you on that. Event details rewards. 1 win gives me 4 historic rare random cards, 1,000 gold, and a treasure hunt sleeve. Oh, that's cool. A new sleeve. 2 wins gives me 4 cards plus 2,000 gold. Where does the good stuff happen at? Gaia's Cradle sleeve, 4,000 gold. Yeah, we kind of need to win a lot in order to get good results. But okay, let's keep going. Right after we do one more question right here. January 7th. You are lucky. How so or not so? So I wrote that I have been able to build a comfortable life where my job, is good. It gives me good leisure time, time with friends and such, and I buy cool stuff and hang out with people. So I'm lucky, I think, because back in 2005, I got an opportunity to become an educator, and that's really changed my life of where I am right now. So I think I do, I do believe that there's the random nature of the universe and such, and I think luck is randomness that went in your favor. So I think that's what my philosophy is. What about all of you there in the chat? Do you feel you are lucky in life? You probably are if you stop and think about it, about how other people might have it way worse. Okay, what are we doing? Turn 1, Terramander, Spell Pierce, Capture, Essence Capture. Okay. Let's see what the opponent has. Whoops, they have the mulligan. Now they have these cool sleeves though. Whoa, look at that cool Ashiok mosaic sleeve. How do you even win that? Oh, I think that's when you buy the bundle early or something, you can get that cool sleeve. And they're playing black-white. I definitely want to go Terramander turn 1 and then turn 2 Curious Obsession, but then my Terramander is very exposed, so let's pass. And let's see if they try to do some non-creature spell that I can spell pierce, such as a Thought Erasure. Okay. Perfect. They're tapped out right there. If I bring out the Terramander, I can dive down to protect it. If they try to Murderous Ride it or something. And they have nothing. Okay, good. So, let's get this started. Take action. And on that, I feel lucky for passing grade homeschool with straight B's through the tutor program. Cool. Tears of college most of the time. Made good friends at college. It's very nice. That's what you need. Like I said earlier, a good support system and so forth. And if I'm still up on the big screen, yeah, there's probably a support system there of all of you Magic players. Magic the Gathering, it's right there in the name. Okay, here. If I Tempest Djinn, I could protect it from direct removal via Dive Down or Spell Pierce. Am I going to get too greedy here? No, because if they summon like Teferi or whatever... Yeah, so they had nothing on that. That's fine. So if they summon Teferi and then target it to my Djinn, I can just dive down. Or Spell Pierce if they don't have enough to pay for it. And there's the... There it is. Okay, so they want to protect with Spell Pierce. That's fine. So then they're going to target one of my critters, which then I can dive down. Oh wait, that's the wrong Teferi. Oh man, that was the wrong Teferi. And there's my counter spell. Okay, well, that... Yeah, yeah, this is the Teferi that stops counter spells. Okay, that's a big problem. And I didn't have a counter spell at that moment. Such bad luck. Okay, well, we gotta take it out. Then try to rebuild here. I'll have a Wizard's Retort. There's another Teferi. Okay, let us... I am happy of them trying to waste their mana here, because they could have a counter spell to that counter spell. Yeah, so I'm fine with that. Yes, two. It needed that, so I needed to spend that much. Okay, that's a 6-4. Can I adapt that yet? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I can adapt that 6. So, is that lethal? That's 5 plus 6. No, that's only 11. Okay, I can't adapt it yet just in case. Just in case they have some sort of board wipe and I'm in bad shape, so... Okay, that Teferi I can deal with. Yes, so they're going to want to bounce back the Jinn, which I can protect. They have 1 mana left, and that's game over. Okay. Okay, so what we need from the sideboard is those Tail's Ends. Are they doing another freaking creatureless deck? Is that what I'm just going to be running into? Okay, give me that Tail's End and take out these Essence Captures. Entrancing Melody does not grab Planeswalkers. Maybe I should put Mass Manipulation in there. Aether Gust is red or green, so I guess the only thing here is just keep all these counter spells and add in the Tail's End to stop the Planeswalker activation. So black, blue, white. I never remember the names of the triple colors, sorry, but I know, okay, Grixis and Jeskai and Naya, but I don't remember what they are. So they're playing black, white, blue here, right? What is that? Naya, no, that's with green or something, right? Okay, so what do we do here? No great counter spell. They're probably gonna get me. They're probably going to get me with the turn 2 Thought Erasure, of course. They're going to hit my retort, and then after that I have really nothing. Blink of an Eye won't really be that valuable. Yeah, I don't think this is very good. Okay, we got some counter spells here, so we'll keep this. And I guess the Terramander will get it eventually. Okay. Let's see, another turn 2 Thought Erasure. No, okay. Getting a little mana flood here, not good. So my opponent is Fujin Oaks. There's their 3rd land. Okay, that's enough for their own counterspell. Let's see who blinks first. If this gets countered, that's okay. I have other stuff. Or is this that one draw card? Oh, Syncopate with 2. Fine. There are better things to counter. So Teferi with a double white, double blue open. Siren. That decreases the cost of my retort. Missed a land drop. They didn't. There's nothing. They might only have the ability of the castle. It's pausing on that. Okay, I've got 4, 5. I got 5 in total. I could summon the Jinn and then have enough for the retort, or I could sack the Storm Tamer. Let's see about that, putting more pressure here. Yep, the only thing that they've got is the ground creatures. Teferi probably won't have a counter to my counter. Okay, good. And then I'm out of answers, so hopefully 3 mana isn't going to do anything. 4 mana. Kaya's Wrath, okay. And then now there's nothing left. Okay, yep, that's what happens for being greedy. They're going to get an Ugin. They wanted to get an Ugin. Nope. They have a land drop. They have one thing in hand. Okay. Will this little Pteramander survive? Uh-oh. Not liking that. Why did they... Okay, do I have enough for everything? This is a cost reduction of 3. I need 8 in total. That's 5 plus 1 dive down. Okay. This could be a okay, that's fine. What did they pull? There's no Settle the Wreckage in this deck, probably. Still nothing great. The Pteramander grows up. They have 3 cards in hand, however. This is a Kaya's Wrath. I can't handle that. Thought Erasure. I guess they have the advantage here because they're going to get rid of my dive down. Let's just put the dive down on the Pteramander because they're going to see that Spell Pierce, then they're going to Kaya's Wrath. If they Teferi, it's protected. No Kaya's Wrath. Okay, perfect. So... Alright. Can we do it? They're just spending mana for no reason. So right here I'm totally shields down. They're just attacking with a 1/1. And then a Wrath. Okay. There was that Wrath. Blink. That'll be useful because then I can... Oops, they're going to counter this. Aw, man. Okay, well... Just in complete top deck mode here. We're getting to the grindy part of it. And they won't matter to try to counter that. They have plenty of mana. So right here, things are turning unless I get good stuff. Okay, they threw a Teferi away, which obviously means they have a Teferi. So yeah, I can't deal with that. I think my deck ran out of steam, so... So I think I'm too far behind. Yeah, let's go to round 3 on that. Okay, let's see. Again, it's the luck of the draw. And I was starting to run out of luck, so we have to assume that they're gonna have Teferis. We have to assume like they have no creatures at all in their deck. So this is obviously this deck that is like just the classic control. Like I'm gonna win by bringing Teferi out and ultimating it and just controlling the game. So I just have to have like a million counter spells for everything. So let's see what the shuffler gives me for the 3rd turn. Am I going to get no lands at all? I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get 1 land. I'm going to mulligan, and then I'm going to get all lands. That is such my luck, but let's see what happens. Am I going to get a third in a row thought erasure? Like, again, what are the odds of that? Turn 1 thought erasure, turn 2 thought erasure. Am I going to get a third thought erasure? This is what I'm saying about being paranoid. Okay, this is, what did I say? I was going to get 1 land. Didn't I say that? I'm going to mulligan, and it's going to be all lands. Nope, it's just 1 land. Okay, this is game over. This is completely game over. So it happens to the best people at the Mythic Championships, and it happens to me as well. So what are we going to do here? I need that Storm Tamer to do Curious Obsession to bring back my card draw. This Wizard, I will never... I mean, that Djinn, I'll never get to it. Spell Pierce... This... That was a misplay. I needed to play... It was my play. Oh, man, that was a misplay. Okay, well, not so bad, I guess. Yeah. I needed to play that turn 1. It was my... I was on the play. Yeah. 3 games with thought erasure, really. Like, is that possible? Like, what are the odds of that happening? So again, I don't want to be a whiner, but it's like that. How can the opponent every single time, and then I'm getting lands, and if this obsession doesn't work, I'm dead because I have, look at that, I have 1 card in hand, and they're starting to build up their presence, and I got another land. Okay, well, let's move on to the next game, because right here is an Escanta, and right here is nothing worth it. That Escanta is going to let them filter their draws, so obviously they're going to get the best thing possible. I guess what I can do here is put some pressure in terms of... If they bring out their Teferi, I'll be able to dive down my Tamer. That's enough for Kaya's Wrath, right? No, it's not. They need double black? Yeah, that's suspicious. Okay, that's probably a card draw spell. That's a 5/4. Okay, good. Take action there. That's a counter spell. Good. At the end of their turn, they're going to do their card draw. Yep, Chemister's Insight. Let's let that happen. If they get 1 more black, they probably need 1 more black for that Kaya's Wrath, which then I don't have a protection for it, but then I can jump in the Trickster. Yep, there's the Kaya's Wrath. They were peeing their pants right there about, are they gonna counter it? Here's a Syncopate. No, actually they don't have enough for the Syncopate. And that would have been a great Curious Obsession right there. 3. Can we do it? Actually, I can Tails End. No, I'll let them draw whatever. And then they tossed that. Fine. Thought Erasure. Guess that's... Well, let's make them use up their mana here, because I don't want them to have anything else. Any 3 mana shenanigans. Yeah, see, they're thinking about it, so they must have like a 3 mana thing. Okay, so that's fine. They're going to take out the Tail's End. They have 1 mana left. I'm gonna attack with a 2/2. If I get my Curious Obsession, I win it. Come on, everyone, send me your good vibes. If I get a Curious Obsession, if it comes my turn and I get a Curious Obsession, I win. Okay, let's give them 1 whole turn to turn it around. We're gonna have a Kaya's Wrath here, or we're gonna have a Kaya's Oath. Do they play Oath of Kaya? No, they're gonna do that instead. And that's nothing valuable. They have 5 cards versus getting erasure done there. Okay, well, this is how it ends. They have their 1 mana. I mean, they have their 1 life. I have nothing to blink back. They're gonna keep Chemister's Insighting to draw the perfect cards. I guess let's look on the bright side. You know, I mulliganed down to 5, and then I got them down to 1. And here I'm just... This is a complete dead hand, dead deck. And right here, they again are going to do that. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. Let's mess with them this way, and I'm gonna try to counter that. Counter the counter. Yeah, at least I got 1 match 1. There's an Ugin. They're gonna start to build value out of that. Let's see if this will not get countered. Oh, countered. And then the Storm Tamer. There's no way to protect it. Just throw it in. Ugin will be able to kill that, so... This is just stalling. Okay, they didn't kill it with Ugin, because instead they're going to kill it somehow else. They're going to wipe the board here. There we go. They draw 2 cards. GG, Fujin Oaks. You managed to pull it off because of the randomness of the randomosity of the random. Okay, we have 1 more game before we lose, but before that, let's answer another question. Where did we last leave off? On the 7th. Okay, here's the 8th. January the 8th question. What song is stuck in your head? Well, this is hilarious. I was obsessed a couple of days ago listening over and over to some of the epic rap battles of history. Do you all there like the epic rap battles of history on YouTube? They're just like these hilarious, well-produced music videos of these historical and fictional figures rap battling against each other. And one of the most recent one, Thanos versus J. Robert Oppenheimer, was some amazing rapping, some amazing lyrics and music. I just was listening to that over and over. Like, I love watching the videos because they're subtitled, so I love like watching it the first time for the visuals, and then I love watching it the second time for the subtitles. Then I love watching it the third time again just to like absorb it all, because they just put so much detail in their videos. So that one I watched it over and over. So that's the song that's been stuck in my head, and I'm gonna play it after I'm done with the stream here again. But what about yourself there in the chat? What songs have been in your head recently? Crunchy Leaf is the opponent. And let's see how this goes. So they have one of the... Who is that? Prime Speaker Vanifar. Okay, so we got 1 land. They go first. Any song, maybe the Irish folk band, the Dubliners. Oh, really? Cool. I think I've heard of them, but I can't place any of their music. But I think they have like a long history, right? They've been around a while. Okay, so that Jin won't be too useful. Let's see what the opponent is playing. Green, they're playing they're at least playing Golgari, so They're probably playing Riot, Creatures, Gilded Goose, Llanowar Elf. Okay, so they're doing some good ramping. I have no counterspell to deal with that. So let's attack with a 2/2 Pteramander, which they won't block because they want to keep that goose. So that'll get me a card. And nothing too useful there, but I guess they're probably going to do Wicked Wolf here, right? And then I can dive down my Pteramander. Or however they target it. Nissa, okay. That's okay. Gonna come at me with their Vigilance 3/3, whatever. I do want to go after Nissa, but I would rather go after and get... Okay, so I've got a Trickster which will tap out their forest. Okay, so I'll have a blocker. And then I'll tap one of their other forests that they're going to send at me. So these are not the colors. Are they going to have a Hydroid Krasis even though they don't have colors? But I guess with the goose they can make that color. Okay, so that's going to come to life. That's a Jade Light. They don't have that other... I'm surprised they don't have the Jade Light payoff. Cavalier of Thorns, that's not good. Where are my counterspells? We move to combat, so I will toss my Trickster to block one of their lands. If they attack with that forest, I guess I'm fine double blocking. Yeah, okay. Okay, counterspell will be useful. I'll be able to delay a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Okay, they're gonna block with the goose, fine. So at least that's dead. Have a counterspell. So how much am I going to get hit for? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to get hit with 12. Maybe not. There's that Cavalier. So I'll only get hit with 9. Now let's also do this. Obviously it doesn't matter to do dive down, but I'll put that into the... Okay, she's at 8. So search your lands you control have indestructible. Search your library for any number of forests. Okay, so... I'm pretty sure this is game over, but we're seeing that this is a Golgari deck. This is a Golgari deck. Okay, I don't think they're gonna -8 Nissa. So it's a lot of creatures, so I definitely want my essence capture. Oh, I guess they did -8. Okay, that's fine. What does this do again? Search everything, lands you have indestructible. Okay, that's That's okay.
I shall listen.
So they're gonna get 2 lands. 2 lands, or how many lands was that supposed to get them? Search your library for any number of forests. Okay. So let's tap out one of these attackers. And attack with everything. Let's take out one blocker, that's 4 damage. Spell Pierce doesn't matter. Okay, let's... Oops. Ah, man, I threw my freaking... Can I cancel that? I can't cancel that. I went too fast. It'd be great if I can draw 2 Merfolk Tricksters. Come on, give me 2 Merfolk Tricksters. That's not a Merfolk Trickster, and that's not... Okay, well, let's move on to the next match right here. If I had gotten those 2 Merfolk Tricksters, I would have been able to tap out both of those forests. Okay, so Aether Gust will be valuable, and so will Tails End. Jin is too expensive. Dive Down didn't really ever help. Entrancing Melody could let me steal their land for just 2 mana because it's converted mana cost of 0. Wizard's Retort. Yeah, let's try that. Let's do Disruption there against them because they have relatively low cost things. I could steal that Goose. Well, that takes 3 mana. But then I could steal their land, which will take 2 mana, because lands have no mana cost. So my timer over here says I've been streaming for 1 hour, 23 minutes, 52 seconds. If I had seen a moment ago, it would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've been streaming for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 amount of time. So I go first. Spell Pierce is not going to be meaningful with their creatures. Blink is not going to be meaningful. Melody. Okay, there's Melody. This is another horrible hand, but whatever. Let's just go with that. It really is that if you don't get that perfect opening hand, you're going to fake. You are going to suffer. So I think this is going to be another one of these where I'm going to be holding on. So yeah, whatever. I can't stand that. You know, they have perfect draw. I'm not getting it anything. So I'm not going to waste my time. Well, anyway, let's claim the reward. Let's go right over here. Claim that prize. Ooh, what is this? We got a Hungering Hydra and Arguel's Bloodfast, epic form of the dinosaur art, and then Arcades the strategist. And look at that, that's a really cool looking sleeve. It's pretty cool. What's that one called again? That's the Treasure Hunt sleeve. That's cool. I don't really play green decks, but that might be cool to sleeve up. Yeah, I'll use the sleeves on this. So let's go through a little bit of draft Dominaria. So we got Tetsuko. She can do some cool unblockability stuff. So if I get little creatures, they could be unblockable. Last time I was using the short sword, I think, wasn't I? Wasn't I using the short sword pretty well to get past the defenses? Juggernaut, that's a 5/3 for 4 mana. Uncommon. If I try to do some stuff with Sapperlings, that 3/3 could get pretty impressive. Jousting Lance. Let's go with Tetsuko and let's look out for like small creatures that become unblockable. We have Kazarov, that's a 4/4 for 7 with a flyer. Thalid Soothsayer. Wild Onslaught, Dub, Academy Drake. Frenzied Rage is another short sword. I kind of want Kazarov because eventually to get to 7 mana. Put a 1 counter on each creature you control. If it was kicked, put 2 counters, so 4 mana to make everything big. Yeah, I changed over to draft because the other, the historic challenge just ended with a whimper. It suddenly the mana flood comes, and like if you're not getting your perfect when you're at those higher levels where it really matters, if you're not getting your perfect draws and on perfect game, it's just gonna be game over. Yeah, let's go with Kazarov for the high end. Ooh, Marwyn, that'll be some cool ramp. Have we seen any other elves yet? Ooh, corrosive. No, that's corrosive ooze. I was thinking about that other ooze that made more oozes. That card's amazing. So I think from here, settle the score for removal. I might be going with blue-black again. Why do I seem to always fall into that? Garna. When it enters the battlefield, return to your hand all creatures that had died. Other creatures have haste. That's black-red. Cabal Evangel, Pardic Warrior. Rampaging Cyclops 4/4 gets -2 as long as 2 or more creatures block it. Sarah Angel Classic. Voltaic Servant. It's a 1/3 for 2. I'm probably not dealing with a lot of artifacts, but it's got a little bit of mill right there. Ooh, there's the Trickster. Deep Freeze. Divination. Let's get that Trickster with some great combat tricks. Big old turtle. Demonic Vigor. Return it. Hey, there's Slidden Voda. 7 mana for an 8/8. There's another Demonic Vigor. Let's get that little bird. Relic Runner, that's the one. Oh, that's unblockable. Well, that's going to be unblockable with Tetsuko, so I think that'll be good. Or the Skin Witch. Let's see if we can do cool stuff with that to kick it. Feral Abomination. We'll do one of those at the top. I guess here the Scholar. What are the Guardians? When it enters the battlefield, you may return another target historic permanent you control to its owner's hand. You may return another. So you return something else. I guess that counter spell, but I probably won't really use it. Then there's the Scholar and a Fury. Pack 2. There's Multani, but that's a total build around. So there's a kind of a lot of good green stuff here. It's a little too late to switch. Wow, this is a good pack 2. And the only things in black and blue, there's fungal infection. Traxos. Ooh, that would be... Hey, that'd be... I didn't... man, I didn't get the... I didn't get the Voltaic Servant. Blessing... Let's see if we can do something with the Traxos. So I gotta be on the lookout for more artifacts and historics. There it is, Voltaic Servant. That's what I need to make Traxos amazing. Weight of Memory, draw 3 cards. There's the Blink, I'll probably get the Blink. Opt, Scholar, there's another Vigor. Those are some alright tricks. Zalfirin Void, Rescue, Paladin, Short Sword. Yeah. Elephant, Journey Mage, return target creature. Okay, so that'll lose them some tempo. There's the Homarid. Rescue. Slinvona or the Blessing. Skin Witch, Acolyte, Sentinel. Oh yeah, that's the one that does... Okay, a Salvage, return stuff, yep. And then a Rage. Ooh, I see Manipulator, that'll be annoying and useful. Deep Freeze, that's also useful, but the Manipulator can be used multiple times. So we'll grab that. Joyra's Familiar. Another Journey Mage. Confessor. Some good stuff here. Let's go with the Journey Mage, which bounces things back. Here's his Tome, Assistant. Oh, actually, another Voltaic Servant. That's what we need. So let's see if we can get this amazing Traxos combo to happen. There's an Eviscerate. Kill stuff. Yep. And the Thalid, the Blink, the Navigator, the Construct. Diligent Excavator. Whenever you cast Historic, target player mills. Okay, never mind. There's that Opt or the Explorer. That Homarid. There's so many Homarids. Befuddle. Okay, yeah, I want that Befuddle. Oh, actually, I want that other Voltaic Servant. Omnivore here. Confessor, turn 1 drop. Little Bird. The Professor. Salvage. And another Homarid. Okay, I kind of like what this is so far. Before we continue with the build, let's switch over to the amazing cam and ask one more question. What day are we up to here? Okay, so January 9th. Here was the question here. Was today typical? Why or why not? So I wrote on that day it was. I met with friends. I had fun food. I went to work. So yeah, it was just a typical day. No big deal on that January 9th. I should also write what day of the week that was. What day was the 9th? I think that was a Thursday. Yeah, the 9th was a Thursday. So when I answer these, I'm also going to write the day on that. So the question was today typical? Why or why not? Did you do the usual thing today? That was the prompt. Okay, back to the game. What I'm going to do first is change my sleeve. Let's try out this brand new sleeve. Let's try out the treasure thing. That looks pretty cool. And we'll switch over to this other view over here. We have 25 creatures. We need to get that down to 17 or so. 15 non-creatures. Let's see. I guess I'm just going to put like one each of these really big creatures. Those journey mages will be good. Koilos. So today was typical for you? Okay, cool. Got those removal Traxos. Too many of those Homerids. I don't think we need any of those. Scholars, unfortunately. Skeleton, sure. Return creatures from my graveyard, maybe. Tetsuko, the Trickster, Cabal, that's totally plain. 1-3 for 2, maybe. I want all of those servants so I can do my Traxos ability. That's 19 creatures. Let's see, what can I cut if I have a good amount of historic, so that Artificer I think will be, that little assistant will be good. Trying to learn a new game engine. Took me, learned coding. Cool. What's the coding language that was in that? In there. Okay, so I need to cut 2 creatures. So 3, 4, 5, 6. If I pay 6, if I pay 6, okay, so that's Skin Witch. If I pay 6, they have to discard, or else it's just a 1-3. I guess we'll cut that. Okay, so then we've got 17 creatures. That'll be good. Use C# and GD script. I've heard of C#. I haven't used it myself, but I know it is popular. So these vigors are to make things come back. Infection, something gets a -1. That probably won't be enough to really deal with much. Guess I don't need those salvages. Omnivore, Traxos, Eviscerate, Manipulator. 17 and 9. That's 43 cards. $43 cards. I guess let's just do 1 assistant. Okay, let's try it like that with 41 cards. Let's see how this goes. Any word on another hangout session before school starts? Yes. We tagged you in the Discord earlier today, inviting you to play some Commander at the mall. You might not have gotten alerted to that. We tagged you to come to that. But besides that, yeah, I think there'll be still another one or two. So, you know, just keep an eye out on the Discord. Okay, so that'll be a 1, 2. Here we can put out. Let's trick them into thinking we've only got blue mana. So that'll be a 1, 3 unblockable. You're playing 3 colors. That's a 4, 2. Must be blocked if able. Okay, well, must be blocked, but I'm unblockable. What do you think happens there? Let's see what happens here. I'm going to try to block to see if it's unblockable. Must be blocked. Must be blocked. So when they attack, it must be blocked. Okay, that's fine. Hit them for 1. They're going to try to attack me with their 4-2. I will blink it. Ooh, Black Blade, nice. Another Druid. So yeah, they're going to have plenty of mana to attach that Black Blade. That Journey Mage will let me do stuff. Okay. +1 for each land. So let's take out my 2-1, which will be indestructible. So it looks like they're trying to get their Black Blade onto there, and that's 7 mana, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 mana. So they're going to attach it next turn. That's fine. Ooh, there's a Mitraxos combo. That's Mitraxos combo. So that's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's going to be 9 damage. Okay. We're going to have to go just like this. Because they're going to attach their... They're going to attach their Black Blade to their 4-2. Then I'll block it and become indestructible. It's a 10-8. Yep, so I have to block that. And then I become indestructible. It's like, whatevs. And I got the Icy Manipulator, so that's epic. But I'm missing 1 land, man. Hey, Mark. Didn't miss much? Yeah, you missed the algorithm finally giving up and giving me horrible draws. But that's okay, because then now we're playing with... we're playing Dominaria. And there's a 10-8 coming at me. But I have an indestructible skeleton, so I'm not too worried. If I can get 1 more mana... Ooh, that's actually an 11-9, so I'm really worried. Uh-oh, what are they going to do here? Gets a +3/+3 and gains trample. Okay, well, that'll be good. Lucky for them. It still won't really kill me, but... So, what I have to do here is I have to block, and then this becomes indestructible, and that'll give me 13 damage. If I can get my 5th land, I will be okay, because I'll be able to just Icy Manipulate, equip it to that. Fine, okay, well... Academy Journey Mage will return target creature. That'll return it back. I see Manipulator. Okay, let's think about this, because 4 and then Manipulator. Yeah, let's do the IC Manipulator. Scry, don't need any more lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't need 6 lands. Okay, toss that over there. Hopefully got a weekly spot at the game store. Had to play him for it. That I appreciate that. Okay, so if they throw the, okay, that is gonna be haste. No, that's not haste. Good. So we'll tap out that 8/4. Okay, that's tapped. They're going to attack with a 4/2. I'll block with my 2/1, whatever. I'm going to switch that to something else. I can still keep blocking it. All right, this is 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's do this. I will untap the... I'll untap Traxos next. So right here, they're going to come at me with a 9/2, but my Icy Manipulator... That'll be moved over there. Fine. Uh-oh, they're going to attack me with a 1/2 with some sort of... combat trick? Nope. Okay, that's fine. How about Voltaic Servant? Oh snap, that's untapped now. Demonic Vigor, I like that. And we can blink something next turn. So that... That's a 7/7. They're not blocking it. Okay, I guess they have a Death Wish. So end of turn, that untaps. Yeah, I think I might have this locked up. Gaia's Protector, whatever. They don't have enough to reattach that. Tap their only blocker. End their turn. And that's it. Okay. So... Ooh, look at that. We're up on silver. Nice. Yeah, like really, it really does look like Dominaria draft. I understand it more. I wasn't able to do Core Set 2020 and Throne of Eldraine draft very well. And I think I'm subconsciously forcing it, but here's another Dimir deck, and it's working. So obviously you shouldn't force a draft, but I got good stuff. So I got Traxos and plenty of artifacts to untap him, and Icy Manipulator, so we're good. Before we go to the next one, let's... I've been asking more of these Q&A questions, so here's the next question. So for January 10th, the question was, write down something that inspired you today. So again, the journal kind of has you pausing for reflection about stuff. And it's just like, think about something that inspired you. So did anything inspire you recently? There in the chat. What did I write? You won, you had a Chandra and Sunbird Invocation on the board, then played Yokel Hops and got Shivan Dragon from the Sunbird's Invocation. What? That sounds so wacky. That was a, what was that, vintage? Because Yokel Hops is not modern, right? Yokel Hops hasn't been published in decades or whatever, right? But it sounds pretty fun there. So something that inspired you today, maybe that Sunbird's Invocation doing fun stuff. What I wrote is, I was kind of doing some training recently for work, and there were some like inspirational things in there to improve how to do the job better. I thought that was kind of cool. It was an anything game. Okay, those are the funnest anything goes types of games. So we got one win so far. Let's keep going. What about everyone else? Anything? Oops, let's switch back to the game cam. Anything else that was inspirational? Actually, I should have paused it to go get a drink. I've already been about to be streaming for 2 hours. I need to hydrate. Okay, so this is okay. There's no removal, but then I have the Sentinel, which is indestructible. So turn 1 Artificer, Birdie. Turn 2 Servant, which will then let me scry. I'll have a 1/3 blocker. If I ever get Traxos, I will... Another Servant. Guess this is a lot of blockers. That's fine. So if I get Traxos, I'll definitely be able to unblock him. My opponent's name is Good Game. Let's see, are they going to do their own historic? That's not a historic. And they won't attack. Good. I don't need that Sentinel just yet. Vigor. Let's make that bird really strong in the air. Or it might actually be better to... Or am I just... Should I vigorize the servants? Then there'll be a 2/4. Tallow Candle. That doesn't do too much. Oh yeah, so that's unblockable. Okay, you got it. You need to have 6 mana to get rid of that. So I don't want to put out the skeleton yet because that would kill it. Okay, I'm just going to send in the bird in the air, and then I can blink of an eye for 4 to draw me a card. Arcanist, fine. Guess it's more valuable for them to try to cast that twice. That gets me a settle the score. Cool. Yeah, let's make this bird a little bit more vicious. One, two, three, 4. I guess it's okay. They'll get there soon enough, and then they can drudge. I can take out my drudge skeleton, I suppose. That's fine. So bring that back. We have 3 more mana. They're looking at the demonic vigor. And nothing else. Okay, cool. So we've got that Merfolk Trickster. Just keep kind of hitting in the air. 3, 4, 5. Do they have their 6? Okay, that's their 6 mana. They can use the Blood Tallow, but instead they'll do that. Okay. I can block that with the Drudge, but actually they have enough then for the Tallow, so... So... Guardian, what does this one do again? When it enters, you may return another historic permanent you control. So I can return something back. You may return something back. I guess that doesn't matter, but what I want, Let's see what they're probably going to use the Blood Tallow on the Drudge skeleton, so... Hopefully they don't... Hopefully they don't read what the skeleton does, because Indestructible won't save it. Ooh, they're going to make that fly, so we'll give that a nice... Okay, we got to deal with that. That's going to get deep frozen. Sure. Okay, so that will be 1. That's a 3 turn. I got 2 more turns. Okay, so... You gotta go all in. That removes one thing. That does that. That's one less blocker. Okay, so we have 2 more turns of that snapper, but it looks like they're out. Okay, they're gonna hit that 3/2. Traxos. I guess that's it. I don't have anything with reach. No, they, it's going to be their turn now, and I don't have any blockers in the air, so this is game over for me. But let's just put out that Traxos to be totally impressive. And then after they do 1 block, and then an untap, ooh, I have a 7/7. But that's it, so GG. Yeah, I didn't, that flying on a turtle was, with hexproof. That was very, very good for them, of course, because hexproof flyer. So, and then they froze my bird, so that, that had it. Actually, I was going to go get a drink of water. So let me just be right back really fast. I'm getting thirsty now, so I'll be right back 1 moment. I just need to get a drink. Alright, we're back and hydrated. You miss playing this game? Yeah, I remember you said that your laptop's not running very well to handle it. Were you ever able to play Arena? Or was it more recently, like, after their updates and stuff, that now it doesn't quite work? There's going to be an update to the software very soon, I think at the end of the month, and there might be more like performance improvements that you could try again. So you never know, you could try that again. So I go first. Sure. So I'm battling Rogue One. It's neat that they're working on that. Yeah, they released an article just on Friday, I think, about the state of the beta. Okay, do they have anything? Okay, let's give this a shot with this Sentinel. And then, oops, no plays. Well, ooh, they had their own turtle, but Arena's out of beta. Yes, but they still do updates. They still yeah, oops, my opponent kept a bad hand and they're getting bad draws, so sorry about that. So that's no fun for my opponent. I'm gonna hold back a bit. Okay, so they got their third land. And they're deep freezing that. Sure. Well, my opponent had some really bad luck there. Here comes all their land. There's no board wipe in Dominaria, right? Tolarian Scholar. Yeah, you know, sorry to the opponent. They just weren't able to pull it together, so... Okay, let's go on to the next one. Yeah, I know there's board wipes in other sets, but not Dominaria? But anyway, yep. My opponent had bad luck. You never want that to happen, unfortunately. But they just didn't get any draws. The algorithm was being bad to them. See, not just to me, it happens to other people too. Roscoe Vasca is the opponent. Very cool Garrick avatar. Okay, turn 1 assistant, turn 2 Tetsuko, demonic vigor on that bird. Have you ever seen a demonic bird? Then we can have the Merfolk Trickster to slow them down, Icy Manipulator to slow them down. This looks good. They have their own bird versus bird, but mine's going to be demonic. I'm going to say nice. Can't remember, you have to look to in the book of Dominaria, yeah. Okay, so they're going to attack on that. Looks like it's pausing. Do they have some instant? Probably. Okay, so I'm gonna do double blue. Let's scry with Tetsuko. Yeah, my opponent's got some sort of instant that they're forgetting to use. Kazarov, that is 7 mana. We're not going to be able to get to that. Yeah, Dominaria is cool. That was the plane from back in our day, right? Where it all started. They tried to do everything on that one plane. You know, they had Ice Age, which was, 4,000 years or whatever before the current timeline. Then they had The Dark, which also happened on Dominaria, the first Gothic set. And then they had... Okay, that's a first strike. Fine. Oh no! Oops! I put that on the wrong thing. Oh no! 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 What am I doing? I put it on the wrong thing. Okay. But anyway, my guys are still unblockable. I don't know what I was thinking there. I put my demonic vigor on their creature. Hilarious. Okay, well, let's tap it. I bet they're thinking, what big brain tactics are these? No attacks, very suspicious. They could have their own Merfolk Trickster. I guess not. Okay, well, let's get out that Icy Manipulator to keep manipulating that Disciple. Well, or maybe here's their counterspell. There's a cancel in here, isn't there? Yeah, Wizard's Retort. Okay, well, that wasn't good. And again, we don't need that land. We are ahead, however. It's one way of keeping the game interesting. It's one way of keeping the stream interesting. 4 mana. Okay, so that's not good. It's making everything blockable now. Oh, actually, that's going to be good because I'll send back that Disciple and they will lose the thing that I put onto it. Okay, good. That's how you do it. Uh-oh, that's going to have a white +1/+1. Yep. Okay, I guess. Okay, that's a 1/3. So they'll probably first strike my bird. And then maybe block my mage. Alright, we're in top deck mode. Let's see what we get. No attacks with all untapped mana. Okay, that's not good, so... They're gonna have another one of those, what's it called? Charge. Oh, they're double blocking. Okay. What do we want to do here? 3 damage. Ixalan. Yeah, I liked Ixalan. The picture on my card sleeve, that's what I won on the event I was playing a moment ago. It's Treasure Cove, I believe. The name of it, I believe, is Treasure Cove. So if we look at it right here, it's right there. Okay, so I got Befuddled. They have a ton of land. I'm sure they have more combat tricks. I think that's what they've loaded up their deck with. And then right here, I'm just going to get pinged with ones. Ooh, actually, that'll be good. Can kick that. So that's a 3/3 with Menace. All I need here now is like my Feral Abomination or like Big Creature. Well, they got their Big Creature. That gets +1 until end of turn, or is that permanent? Okay. Well, we just need to stall a little bit. Let's see who top decks the best thing. So I'm not even gonna look at what I got milled, because it's already in there, so no need to worry. Yeah, I'm on a 13 turn clock. So they milled me for 3, but I still have 21 cards in my deck and they have 20. Alright, so here's how it ends one more time with Mana Flood. So let's go on to the next match. Can't play Magic without Magic cards, so let's go on. But first, let's ask another one of the questions right here. Today is the 11th. So we've caught up with the questions. This one's a really profound one. It's a fill in the blank, and it's today you lost ... You know, fill in the blank. Today you lost blank. So I'm not going to answer this one on the stream, and if you'd like to yourself, you could. But again, yeah, some of these are really thought-provoking, and it's like, this is a cool journal diary sort of thing. And back when I was a little kid, I used to have a diary, and on and off throughout the years, I've kind of written in journals and such, but haven't really done it in a long time. I think like my biggest journal or diary is Twitter. I use that all the time. So you can kind of check out my thoughts there. But I've been using this also just to write some stuff. I thought I was just going to answer the prompt, but then I started to write like other things and stuff, which I won't quite reveal to the stream. But what about you in the stream there? Anyone would like to answer? Today you lost blank. What did you lose? It doesn't have to be like some, soul-bearing answer. It could be, I lost my keys. Let's get back to the next game. And then we'll see if we can get one more win. Or we'll wrap it up. So regardless, I think I'm a little bit into 2 hours. So, as soon as I lose the next time, I'm gonna wrap it up. If I win, I'll continue. So yeah, that will work. Okay, so we'll start with a short sword, turn to Tetsuko. Now when I attach that, she then becomes blockable. Why don't we maybe just kind of go for it here? So now she's blockable, but she's a 3/5. They're doing a 4/2 as well, eh? Well, we're gonna have to do that. I did this out of order. Oops. I needed to do the assistant first and then the servant. That's the one, smash 'em. Don't tell me they have combat tricks as well. Another 4/2. Okay. Well, I'm missing a land drop. Here, the race, I'm winning the race here, unless they put a bunch of cool enchantments and stuff on their 4/2. I'm gonna pull ahead. When in doubt, swing it all out. It's a Rakdos motto. Yep, that's a 2/3. That one did not get kicked. Alright, so I finally got that manipulator. Okay, well, I gotta block this, and then they will have their combat trick here. That was a lot of effort. Oh, but actually I get it back. Yes. Forgot about that. Looks like they have 2 mana open, and then that's a scout. Okay. Servant. Okay, for the moment, I'm going to just kind of build a board here. Go from the ashes does nothing. Urza's Tome does nothing. So I doubt they'll spend all their mana on the tome. It's a 3/5, don't care. I'm gonna pass this over here for unblockability. They will, of course, block my 2/4. And that's just there to scare them. Oops, I untapped the sword. I missed. And then that fights each other. Great. That was a good one. That was a Thorn Elemental. They threw that away. Drudge Skeleton. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit grindy. That got kicked? What? Fake. Okay, so here... let's tap some things out. So I still have 20 life, and I have to work back to... getting it down. I'll pass this back to this, so I have a big blocker. Fungal plots. Oh, hey, Ian Johansson. Sorry I didn't see you there. You're new to the arena. Do you have any tips for this drafting in general? Yeah, I can give you the best that I can. So, do you mean specifically Dominaria draft? I think the tips are just to watch people's streams. Like, the theory of it is good, but then watching the cards in action is also good. So, removal is one of the main things you always want to be on the lookout for. You want to check as the packs open up, like, what spells or creatures are there that I can use to remove my opponent's threats. Like right here, this Icy Manipulator artifact taps creatures and removes them as a threat. Or you can just have a good old removal spell, which I'm waiting for to get on my deck, out of my deck here, because this has become a stalemate. I'm starting to get mana flood over here, so hopefully they don't get too much amazing stuff off the top of their deck, because I'm just waiting for me to... yeah, see, they're trying to draw cards, because they're not getting very much good either, and neither am I. I'm Waiting for my good cards to come up. I've got some kill spells, some removal. I'm just praying that they don't have Naturalize or a way to destroy my artifact, because that's really helping me to keep them at bay. And they're just going to create a lot of little 1/1s. Okay, that Trickster, it's not quite what I need. Found it's better to have more creatures and spells. It seems to work for you. Oh, okay, that's not good at all. I think they've won this game because now they're just going to keep making a 3/3. Oh wait, actually that's not what I... Whenever it blocks or becomes blocked by an equipped creature, destroy all equipment. Okay, never mind. I thought that was something else. I thought that was that other ooze that made more oozes. Never mind. False alarm. There's a different ooze that is a problem. This one's not as problematic. Now they're at 17 cards. I don't think we're going to... I don't think we're going to... I don't think they're gonna deck out, but... But we'll just wait a little bit. So that 3/3 could get pretty big. I don't have too much of a way to make that Omnivore really big, but it would get +2/+2 and I gain life. Shall I? Okay. Yeah, the game's getting away from me. I'm not going to... And then then that has hexproof, so... yeah. If I don't get my removal spell, this is game over because everything's got hexproof, so I can't even manipulate it anymore. But they didn't attack, so they didn't realize they have hexproof. There's blink, but that's not what I want. Let's send it back and draw a card. It's not what I want either, so... Yeah, our deck is just completely out of gas. So I guess there's still... Yeah, this deck is so game over. Submit 0. How do I make it submit 0? Yeah, it's not gonna end. They're building a pretty good critical mass, but I have blockers, but they're obviously going to activate... Okay, so they're going to go in the air only. Okay, they're being pretty cautious. You could have gone for everything. And it's going to be a huge Baloth. It's going to be a 7/7. Yeah, you know, you can't play Magic with no cards. So, okay, GG to Elino. You got all the cards that you needed, whereas mine were complete duds. So, that's the end of the draft there. It didn't go as well as last week. We went up to... How far did it go last time? 4 or 5? Don't quite remember. So not good compared to last time. I think I had some good cards and stuff, but do I want to blame the randomness of it? Or I don't think I made any misplays, but I just didn't really get the good cards. You know, I had removal. I had some removal cards that would have saved me, but let's go crack a pack of a Dominaria. And do I play with any of these? Not really. And here I get a Right to Belzenlock. I like that card. Makes a 6/6 demon. And then this is the thing that's tormenting us. We can't open this yet. I click on it and it says you can't open it yet. The new cards have not been released yet, so you can't. Let's just whatever happens, let's play one final game of this fun little cat deck. Let's see about... It's not the famous cat oven deck, it's just a fun janky thing which is cat focused, because you can be pretty... Okay, this is kind of exactly what I want. I don't have any removal, but it's kind of an aggro deck, but this is kind of what I want. So let's see. Now let's see if it doesn't pair me with like a red burn deck. Because I swear sometimes the matching algorithm... They used to talk about it when the Magic developers were oh, okay. The Magic developers used to talk about it, about that they're updating the matching algorithm, but they haven't mentioned anything at all in quite a while, so I probably, if they're not talking about it, that means that they're not really working on it. And I feel that, you know, I'm playing a deck. Yeah, like, what is up with 4EG? Like, why are you... Did you see my name? Is my name so famous? It's like, I don't want to go up against VM Campos. So, okay, whatever. Let's see if we can get a real match. But, like, I swear, sometimes I'm playing a deck that has, like, some jank combo or theme or whatever, and whoops, I get matched with someone that is, like, makes it very difficult to win against them. Or, like, I have, you know, I have these creatures and I get paired up with a red burn deck that can't handle it at all. This is not great, but as soon as I get the great VM Campos, oops, they have to mulligan twice. Again, like, is everyone suffering from, like, weird shuffling? Because my opponent just had to mulligan down to 5. So that's not fun. Now let's see right here. You're going to see the Great VM Campos, but also turn 1 Witch's Oven. Is that going to cause them to auto-concede as well? So they're doing their own life healing stuff. Let's see if we can get the combo of... Not even a combo, but let's see if we can get our... Spectral Sailor. Let's see if we can get our... Cat. Okay, that's not a cat. So the theory in this deck is I've got a few things going on. Oh, they want to get my cat? Nope. I would rather deal with my own cat. Now there's no target, so they can't scry. Okay, I guess it still lets them scry even though there's no target, huh? We got a couple of 1/1s coming at me, and there's that. That's not really an amazing pull. Warden of Evos Isle, okay. I finally have a target for my epic downfall. So that means that they're gonna get... I don't think that was right. What was right about... Oh yeah, putting my own cat away. It wasn't, but it got me a food token, which then lets me do this cycle of recursion. So the idea with this deck is there's some simple and like complex things. One is, well, if I've got an Ajani's Pridemate and I summon a Cauldron Familiar, I gain 1 life, it gets big. Okay, easy. Then the other part of it is I've got a Witch's Oven, so when I So again, like, what is going on here with this draws? Like, I'm down. Do I need to go down to 20? Do I need to go down to 20 lands? Because the like there's 4 ofs, a bunch of valuable cards, and I'm just getting like lands here. Yep, let's move on. Like, what is going on here? I'm not gonna get pinged to death for 11 turns. Like, again, I don't want to be pessimistic, but like, what is going on? See, even my cat's coming into the room to say, like, what is going on here? Who are you talking to? Let's see if the cat jumps on the camera. But you know, like, 4 Cauldron Familiars, nowhere to be found. 1 of the 4 Dread Malkins, I got 2 of the Ovens, 1 Pridemate, no pacifisms, 2 Epic Downfalls, none of these bows. Those would have taken care of those 1/1 flyers. Mace of the Valiant, 4 of them. Prison Realm 4, Icon 2, like 12 and 12. Like, what is going on there? Let's cut some lands, and then that's gonna come back and bite me because I don't know, I just like, okay, here's the cat right here. If you can't see the cat, does he see himself in the camera? Okay, let's try again. So we got casket, bow, there's no turn 1 play, but here I'm setting up casket for their turn 1 play. I've only got 1 of them, but I guess we'll save that casket. I can bring in the bow and then equip it and then ping that flyer. Double blue, winged words, okay. That will set them back. But then they have a full grip. Just check the Prison Realm, and yeah, it just has to enter to play for the scry. Okay. Yeah, on some of these things they have to have a valid target. They're disenchanting my bow. And then what do we do here? So let's set ourselves up for the mace. That's part of the other combo in this thing. I guess is it too many pieces? I have Cauldron Familiar, Witch's Oven, yeah, and then like I'm not getting black. Like, I'm not getting black. So Okay, so I missed a land drop, but they have their own land drops and they have their cost reduction. They have their cost reduction creature for their flyers. They'll probably have their second Geist. Nope, it's gonna do Mu Yan Ling. I don't think they'll be able to create a bird yet. Gonna pacify that. Okay. Next turn they'll be able to create a bird. Okay, well, I'm gonna call it a night. So once again, really bad random algorithm. Like, I'm not being paranoid. I've been playing for days, and I swear that the arena algorithm is just, I don't know, it needs a tune-up or something, because as we all saw there, yeah, it's a game of randomness, it's a game of variance, yes, of course, but like, I know. And then there's also like, there's still also the recency bias. Oh, it happened recently. I said earlier in the stream, I play every day, and I kind of see that it does get to be like that. But it's cool, of course, when everyone comes in and hangs out, and I appreciate everyone doing that. And then my cat right here wants to say hello one more time, so we'll put my cat on the camera one more time, and we will then wrap it up at this point. I guess that's everyone coming to hang out with VM Campos and Cat. People always ask my name. People always ask, what's the name of your cat? Well, I don't give names to my pets because they don't understand language. So my cat's name is Kitty, I guess. So yep, me and Kitty, we're going to wrap it up now. And in good old California, it is 1:50 in the morning. Gonna wrap it up at this point, and we'll do it again next time. See, look over there. See, there's the camera over there. Over there. See, over there. No, over there. Yeah, so thanks everyone for coming to visit. We'll do it again next time. And this has been a VM Campos, and don't forget to like, subscribe. Got a lot of cool deck text. There's a new Crack a Pack coming on Monday. What did I open up? I forgot, but it's another set that's like from like 10 or 15 years ago. And that'll be fun. So see you online.